Hello everyone, this is the Undying Nephilim, and today I'm going to be showing the faction overhaul for the Deku Scrubs. For those that have been following the game since its inception, this is actually like the third time they've been overhauled. Of all the factions in the game, I've probably just been the least satisfied with how they've turned out, and I think I've finally gotten their army into configuration I really like. So they have a lot of new units compared to some of the other faction overhauls. They're almost 100% redone. They have a few of the same old units, but anyway, let's take a little peek at their army. They've got the same 4 heroes. That hasn't changed yet, but I've redone all the models and given them a visual overhaul like all the other new factions. Over here we have their new catapults, which I'm really happy with. I wanted to give them like really small catapults, but they have like these kind of obnoxious bowls that they put the giant Deku nuts in. And actually over here, this is probably my favorite unit that they have. One of my favorite creatures from the Zelda series too, the Manhandlas. And I love how they attack, how they just kind of rapidly spin around and like plow through enemy soldiers. It's pretty awesome. And the little, I don't know what to call them, I guess they're kind of like Deku Babas, but the 4 mouths on them, they move independently too, so that's pretty awesome. Sort of in a similar vein, these beetles have Deku Baba sprouts on top of them now, and they're serving as a cavalry unit. So actually, that's one thing the Deku Scrubs have now that they didn't really have before, is they have a lot of cavalry. Like, they have these little Deku Scrubs riding on the beetles also. And they have the really giant beetles with catapults on their backs. So, Deku Scrubs actually have quite a few cavalry options now, which I didn't really intend, and they just sort of accidentally ended up with 4 different cavalry units, which I find really funny for some reason, because when you think Deku Scrubs, you don't really think of them riding on the backs of mounts into battle. Another feature of the Deku Scrubs is they're able to hide almost anywhere, so they're kind of like the Sheikah in that regard, so all of their units can like duck into the grass and like burrow into the ground and hide. Although the Deku Princess here, you can kind of see her sticking out of the ground because her head tail's so long. Anyway, let me get everyone into control groups and then start the battle. Let's put all my infantry together, and then I will get all my cavalry into one group. Anyway, let's just start the battle, and I'll kind of let it go on its own. So the artillery should be loading up pretty soon as they get in range. Oh, there's the Deku Scrubs that shoot bubbles. I actually need to put the proper sprite effect in. They're actually using the Wizrobe's bubble attack right now, which doesn't quite look right. Alright, let's look at those catapults. Yeah, they have giant Deku nuts that they launch. I'll send the P-Hats in. Take out their cavalry. I love P-Hats. When I was a kid, these things just absolutely terrified me, but now they're like one of my favorite creatures ever. Send my cavalry in over here. Let me send the Manhandlas in because I love these things. I just love how they spin around. It's so dumb, but it's still pretty awesome. Take a look at the P-Hats. Just chopping up all the Kokiri. See the mother over there. manhandlas! Destroy them! I love these things. They look so awesome. Gotta watch out for fire arrows. It's actually the one obvious weakness of the Deku Scrubs is fire. Let's see. No, those were actually Kokiri spearmen, so they scared off my manhandlas. Where's my general? Gonna get my artillery to go after these Deku trees over here. Looks like they're killing all my giant beetles. More things going on here. Smaller beetles seem to be doing much better. I'm gonna try and get those fire archers back here. They're causing me a lot of problems. Look at those bubbles. I definitely need to fix the way they work. They should not be able to shoot that far. Still looks pretty awesome though. Come on, cavalry. Kokiri screwed. Alright, let's go after those archers. Oh, those are actually spearmen. They might wipe out my beetles there. Yeah, they're wiping out the beetles. That's not good. Looks like the Kokiri are kind of mopping the floor with me. Just kind of unfortunate. Actually, I played a battle last night before I started recording this against the Gerudo, and I just completely mopped the floor with them as the Deku Scrubs, but now it looks like I'm losing. Oh, that's why. Not all my units are going in. Actually, here's one of the new Deku Scrub units, the Snapdragons from A Link to the Past. Another one of my favorite creatures. So let's get them to the front lines to help out. Looks like my P-hats are still doing pretty good. Actually send them after the archers. There's my cavalry. I love the P-hats. I love how they can just fly over a bunch of enemies. A few of them are getting burned down. Also, another feature that the Deku Scrubs are retaining is most of their scrub units actually have a ranged attack even when they're not ranged units, so like these little guys riding on the beetles, they can actually spit out Deku nuts. Oh, I just heard one of them get burned. I guess the lesson to learn here is that P-hats are indispensable for the Deku Scrubs. Oh, they're sorry. I'm gonna go decapitate her with lawnmower plants. I love these things. Let's see what's going on with my siege weapons. Looks like I've only lost one catapult. That's pretty good. My beetles are still alive too. Maybe I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was. Yeah, it actually looks like I kind of wiped out the Kokiri. I guess I was doing better than I thought. There's the Deku King. So my general's still alive. Look how his bulbous head is just kind of funny looking. I love it. Wow, yeah, looks like I won. So, that's a little peek at the new Deku Scrubs. They are one of the factions I've been least satisfied with, but I think I finally got them into a... I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I kind of like how they've turned out now, and I think I'm going to stick with this. Next week, I'll have the new Lizzlefoss overhaul hopefully done, and I'll do another video similar to this, showing off some of their new units. And hopefully they look just as awesome as the Deku Scrubs. Anyway, until then, thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.